What is the line between a camper's video and a pure nightmare? Starting from strange noises to even unnatural sights and feelings. These are a few campers' videos where things got pretty weird. Let's check them out. The camper said it was his first time camping at a spot tied to the legend of Lady Sybil, the witch from Burnshaw Tower.
Just heard gunshots. I haven't been out for that long. Woo! And I can feel it. Oh, little pudding. We haven't got your briefcase thing, do we? Come here. Stop running about. Hello? There you go. Really want to know what that shine was down there.
He tells the story about Lady Sybil. But as he tells the story, he notices something eerie, which makes him stare in suspicion.
And the end.
Let's start at the beginning. As he walked through the foggy woods, he kept talking about Lady Sybil's story.
17th century, Lady Sybil of Burnshaw Tower longed to be like the Pendle Witches. She would often sit upon Eagle's Crag, dreaming of changing into a bird so she could go visit the Pendle Witches. But she rejected him, as she did with many other suitors. And with that, he sought help from another famous witch, Mother Helston. She handed him an enchanted silken lasso, and with the help of Mother Helston's hellhound, he managed to capture this white doe, which was, of course, Lady Sybil. And after being trapped, she succumbed to his advances. And the end. And they ended up getting married.
According to the camper, they said she wanted magical powers so badly that she made a dangerous deal, one that kept her stuck to the earth even after she died. And even though she was beautiful, she rejected many suitors. For a while she stopped practicing magic, but the pull of witchcraft was too strong, and she later went back to her dark ways. And that was when everything started going wrong. Her deal with took a terrible turn, trapping her in a way no one expected. Dark, right? But what if there's more to it? Could she still be out there, hidden in the woods? The deeper the camper went into those woods, the more he started to feel uneasy. With every step, it felt like something was watching him. The air was thick, the trees felt closer, and every rustling noise made him stop. According to him, it wasn't just the old legend messing with his mind, though. There was something more. The place felt dangerous. Was it just him being nervous, or was he actually somewhere he shouldn't be?
A creepiness to this place. It was just a log. Thought someone was stood there then. But it's a down tree with roots sticking up. Yeah, it's just magical, but very eerie.
And then there was the landowner that chased him off the property last time, saying it was for his safety. Who knew who or what else might show up around here?
So last time I were here, I got kicked off by the landowner because he'd seen the fire and come in and kicked me off basically. He said they were going to be hunting in the morning, so he didn't want me here for my safety. But
the thought of running into wildlife, or even worse, other people hiding in the woods, was really not a pleasant one at that point. He began to question himself. Why was he even out here alone? Looking back, he couldn't believe he had kept going, but by then, there was no turning back.
Oh, I don't like this. Oh no, I'm stuck. Oh, you shit me up then, mate. Look, you can't see out in front of you, mate. I don't know where path is. I thought this was path, but obviously not. Come on, back up here, mate.
But as the night went on, it hit him. Whatever was out there, whether real or in his head, it wasn't worth the risk. He had to find a way out before things got worse. Lady Sybil's legend, her dark past, and whatever might still be haunting those woods, could wait.
Video for my first one in 2025. But it's just not worth risking it. I had a bad feeling about tonight anyway. I've an old rugby injury flared up this morning as I'm about to go out on a camp, and see, I start hearing stuff, but then when I stop and I breathe like that, I can't see out. Yeah, and Fendy's back legs, but we managed to climb up this bit of a mountain to tell you the story of Lady Sybil, the witch of Burnshaw Tower.
This narrator describes a wild camping experience in the Peak District during the last camp of 2021. The camper heads out to a spot he's heard great things about, excited for the trip. The night's clear, and he was hoping for some good views once they set up. The journey was fun according to him, but the real excitement will come when he starts setting up camp. He made a few small changes to their gear, adjusting the door and getting new pegs for better stability. According to him, it's a little detail, but it makes a big difference when you're out there. After getting the camp ready, he enjoyed a meal of soba noodles and Jack Daniels while trying to get some good photos of the night.
Zipped up and it'd be warmer inside here, but just with it inside here, it was registering 9 degrees nearly, and I've now got it clipped just to the edge of the tent on the outside here, and it's on 4 degrees. So there's a 5 degree difference, which is a fair bit. No doubt, when it gets a lot colder, it'll make hopefully a bigger difference, but it'd be interesting to just sort of see how that compares, and whether it does make a difference to the batteries or not. And whether they last overnight or at least keep their charge for a bit longer than normal. But there you go. Anyway, my noodles are done. You do get a decent amount of these things. For 75p, you can't beat it. I'm going to eat these, and I'm not going to force you to endure watching me do it, so I'll see you in a bit.
But as the night goes on, things start to feel a bit strange. He then hears some growling noises in the distance. Could be deer, maybe foxes, who knows. His camera should be able to catch a glimpse of it.
I've heard deer, I've heard foxes. Make some really weird noises at night. But I don't know if you heard that. Not sure if the camera picked it up, but God knows what it is. It's quite a weird guttural sound. I'll try and boost it on the edit, see if you can. See if you can hear it, because that is really weird. Did you hear that? That's quite eerie. It does not sound like a deer. Definitely doesn't sound like a fox.
But whatever it is, it was adding to the spooky vibe. The night felt tense, like something was watching from the trees. The next morning it's clear, but there's no amazing sunrise. Still, the chill in the air reminds him that nature has its own rules. He recounts last night's experience and points out that he didn't hear any growling again last night. He starts packing up, making sure his gear stays warm. It's those little things that matter when you're out in the wild. This camper went winter camping in a haunted forest known for cryptid sightings. Bigfoot, strange creatures, and things like that.
Now, pretty much this whole area is rumored to be haunted and has cryptid activity. Bigfoot, my boy, there's researchers out here. They have like festivals. So Bigfoot, my boy, is a very prevalent one out here. Also, just spiritual hauntings. A lot of spiritual hauntings out here in multiple areas all throughout.
At first, it seemed exciting. He was ready to check out the old mill that looked like a prison and the nearby cemetery.
Right now, I'm in this middle of this abandoned mill, and check this thing out. This place is awesome. Historic. Look, it looks like a frickin' prison almost with the bars on the windows.
But soon, something didn't feel right. According to him, a woman once come here before and said it was hunted according to her experience. So the camper wants to check it out. But as he went deeper into the woods, a strong feeling of worry crept in. He couldn't shake it off. Earlier, he had said that while he was here, he had a sharp headache and inordinate body weakness. The camper is taken aback when he supposed he saw something, so he decided to bring his flashlight.
Okay. Oh, what is that? Hold on, I need a flashlight. Oh, my head. Whoop!
The sounds were odd. Unnatural growls, footsteps far off, and strange shapes moving in the trees that he couldn't explain. The air grew colder and thicker. He said that his chest tightened. At first, he tried to ignore it, but then the pain hit. A sharp headache that felt like pressure on his skull. That's when fear kicked in. It felt like someone or something was watching me. Every little sound, every shadow made my heart race. I couldn't stay calm anymore.
It's getting dark. Man, my head. I got like the worst headache right now. I don't get headaches too often. Check this creek out. So it goes down along the side of the mountain here. Wraps down. Then must go this way or that. Is that a creek too? Where's all? It's hard to say. That's definitely a creek bed going down through there too. Oh, right here too. Coming down through here. Lots of different water sources out here. Oh man, I just remember the crawlers in the trees.
Camping through the night wasn't an option anymore. The growl from earlier came back, this time louder and closer, and he couldn't take it.
Oh, there was it again. There it was again. No frickin' way, man. That thing sounded terrifying. No way. What was that? Nope. Man, I'm a long ways from the truck. Yeah, ow. Ow, my frickin'. Ow. Hold on. I can't run. I'm too far from the truck. Oh, crap. I can't walk backwards, so. Hold on.
He decides to get back to his truck, but as he runs, he finds out he is far from the tracks and tries to get back to it. He also began feeling sick to my stomach. His hands shook as he decided to rush back to my truck.
My head. And my stomach. What is going on? Ow. Sorry guys, I wasn't paying attention to the camera.
He finally met something that made him increase his pace.
There's something back there. There's something back there for sure. 100%. 100%. Oh man, we got a long ways. Too dangerous to run, and I got too long to run. I don't want to come across whatever that was. Man, I'm sorry for the sporadicness, guys. I should just... oh my goodness. I should just turn the camera off. Hold on. I'm gonna turn the camera off.
According to him, he was trying to get away from whatever that was. When he finally reached his truck, he was determined to leave. He shows us that he planned to camp out here, but that wasn't an option anymore. He climbed inside his truck and started the engine. At this point, he felt a rush of relief. It was over.
I can't stay here. And my head's hurting. My head is hurting. Oh man. Anyway, this is pretty much a gone wrong trip. I don't feel right ever since that stinking cemetery. And that growl, whatever that was out there, I know you guys had to hear. Maybe two of them. There was a growl, then there was like this hard breath.
Looking back, he still said he had that nagging feeling that something was out there, waiting. That night left me more shaken than I could have imagined. I'll never forget how it felt. We decided to spend the night in what's said to be the UK's most haunted forest. We looked it up, and it had a very notable and scary record. The place has a dark history, a massacre in the 1940s, where several families were killed. It wasn't just stories. People still claim to hear voices and see shadows in the trees.
And stuff of like people dying like in the 80s and the 90s and stuff. It's saying on here, yeah, not all of its ghosts and stuff are friendly. It's nicknamed the Screaming Woods, you know, because apparently at night time you just hear bears screaming.
Yeah, that's me, bro. That's me. Oh my god, I'm not feeling that.
According to one of the campers, it is believed that it became haunted when it was announced in the Guinness Book of Records as the most haunted forest. They came prepared with a GoPro, a paranormal recorder, and flashlights. At first, they joked around, trying to act like they weren't scared. But as the night went on, something about the place felt wrong. The air was thick, the silence uneasy. Then they heard it, branches snapping, silent sounds that didn't belong to any of them.
Unusual, yeah, but we did, but it can be explained as cars are driving around.
Come on, let's just, we got each other and we're together. You good?
Yo.
What, it's like got markings on it?
What the fuck? What are these red markings, bro? Bro, I do not like this, you know, bro. Bro, they've all got red markings on, dude. Dude, look, no.
Are you lot okay?
Yeah, we're good, you know. It's like weird red marks on a load of trees around us.
What do they look like, man? Like,
Weird, like it's just mad.
They decided to separate using a walkie-talkie to communicate. Mark said he heard something, a sound from between the trees. When he described it, chills ran through all of us. It sounded like a bang. They tried to brush it off.
Yo, I just heard the biggest bang. These woods ain't to be played with, you know, bro.
Nah.
I heard, yeah. There was a bang, yeah, and like you said, bro, it was like a bunk bed landing on the floor, bro.
I'm not gonna lie, man, I don't like this at all.
Driving away, but they decided to come back after 2 days, taking all the abnormal, even a while they camped. By midnight, the fear had sunk in. The trees felt like they were closing in. The wind carried sounds that shouldn't be there. None of us wanted to admit it, but we all felt the same thing. It was time to leave.
Spy kids.
Just listen, yeah. This forest is fucked.
I don't like this in one piece, bro. At all.
Yo, what are we doing?
I just feel like that noise is way too consistent.
Yo, why are we doing an ITV Central News interview, yeah, in the middle of Daring Forest?
Listen, we need to get in here.
I'm setting up my sleeping bag and I'm literally just gonna get inside. All we can hear, yeah, is either a little girl screaming, "Zip that up, bro, I don't want to see the outside world for a month." Bro, what's that sound? Yeah, it sounds like a fucking Boeing 747 trying to parallel park, bro.
One of them heard crackling, 10:05 to 10:21. This time, Mark said he saw someone very scary. The look on his face showed he saw something truly scary, and they were scared to death.
Bro, I don't even want to talk about what I've just seen, bro. We need to go, bro. Literally, we need to go.
Okay.
Bro, I just saw, yeah. Yo, don't look left or right, okay? Don't look left or right. I don't advise coming here, man. I don't want to be responsible, yeah? You're fucking nightmares. This is horrendous.
According to Mark, he saw a kid standing behind a tree watching them.
You know how we were kind of like looking around and feeling kept saying, I saw someone in the woods. There's me thinking, right, our minds are playing tricks on us. Yeah. Like, I don't know if I believe in this ghost shit or whatever it is. Bro, I shit you not. Yeah. I looked to my left in the trees and there's a fucking kid stood there, bro. Like, the kid, I can't even recall what it was. He was wearing shorts, that's all I remember. I saw legs and I saw a small body, like a small little frail body, bro. Thin kid, stood behind a tree, like kind of like peeking around.
I'm done. I want to go home. I'm done, man. I want to go home. I'm finished. I'm finished. Yo, you're actually tearing up again.
I know.
Yo, I'm done.
This time they decided not to go back again.
The gate,
No.
the gate is there.
Yeah,
we just want to go fucking home. Never coming back, yeah? This place is bullshit. Thanks for watching. We love you, peace.
After spending 3 weeks in Leicester, the vlogger heads to the Peak District. The goal is simple: find a spot to car camp, enjoy the scenery, and hike up to Ted's nose.
to be a couple of decent car camping spots down there for overnighting. The weather at the minute is pretty bad, but there's supposed to be a break in the weather about 3 o'clock. So I think what we do, we'll go do some scoping and check out these spots, wait till there's a break in the weather, and then run the gauntlet up the hill. Sounds like a plan?
But from the start, things don't go as planned. The weather forecast isn't looking good. Heavy rain and strong winds are coming in.
Weather's looking pretty bad, if I'm honest. Fear not though, I've come well prepared. I've got one of those waterproof jackets that you get from Alton Towers for when you're going on the log flume, so if it does rain, I should be alright.
Not the best conditions for camping. The vlogger comes prepared, wearing a waterproof jacket and trying out a new wind-blocking microphone cover.
Just a giant muff. It's got a microphone with it as well, but more importantly, it's a giant muff. And if you think for one instance that we're going to have a giant muff on the channel and we're not going to throw a few innuendos out, if I can spit it out, then you haven't been watching the series. Yes, it's a giant muff, and unlike the 1970s, giant muffs in 2022 are designed to block things out and not let anything in, and specifically hoping that this is in itself going to be blocking out big gusts of wind on blowy days, because the last thing you want is getting big wind through your muff onto your mind.
Even with all that, filming is tough. The extra gear messes with his GoPro's waterproofing, so he can't capture everything he wants. With the rain coming down, he starts looking for a good place to park for the night. The first spot is promising, quiet and secluded, with a nice view of a lake. But the second spot? It's a no-go. No overnight parking, signs everywhere, and cameras tracking license plates. Not worth the trouble.
Oh, crud. Right, let's just get in here. Let's see what's what. Yeah, no camping signs, look. I'm not going to camp. I might just park overnight. No overnight stays in vehicles. Number plates will be recorded. No camping. This car park's property of United Utilities. I'm just going to say it. That's a bit anal, isn't it? Not only is there no overnight parking sign, but you have to get to the extent of your registration will be recorded.
Despite the bad weather, he decides to go ahead with the hike. The trail is a muddy mess, and the wind makes it even harder. By the time he reaches Ted's nose, the view isn't as good as he thought it would be. It's a bit disappointing, but at least he gave it a try.
There with that spiky bit. Let's go and have a look. Well, that don't look very inviting on today, does it? Mate, if I don't get down here with a clean arse, it'd be a bloody miracle. I'm definitely going arse over tit on this thing.
Halfway through the trip, the vlogger talks about failing his HGV driving test twice. It's been bothering him, and this trip is a chance to clear his head. But that frustration is still there, hanging over him.
And day by day, I think I've been getting a little bit lower and a little bit more kind of depressed, you know. I made a bit of a decision and I started working hard on something that hopefully I can get ready in a certain amount of time. So it's added a little bit of pressure to what I'm doing. But I've had to, because if you're a regular to the series, you'll know I talked about that HGV course. Well, yeah, here it is. I did the course and then I had 2 tests and I failed both tests. And yeah, there's not going to be a third test. I'm a little bit miffed, really miffed, to be honest. If I go into it, honestly, I've waited a year to get on that course, and financially it was something that really could have changed mine and my family's lives, if I'm honest. The money that the HGV drivers were earning, 30-40k a year, yeah, very nice. What I do, driving the forklifts in the warehouses and stuff, yeah, I'd be looking to push 20, if I'm honest, maybe 21. And you know, it isn't getting any cheaper to live in the UK, is it? So waiting a year to get on the course, the finance of having to pay for it, although I did get it at a discount, that's another story, and then failing it, yeah, it's a bit of a stinger. I really had a vision of doing it.
One of the plans was to try out a new water filter straw. It doesn't go smoothly at first. Getting water from the river is harder than expected. After some trial and error, he figures it out, but it's a reminder that not all survival tools are as easy as they seem.
I can try my new upgrade. I'm well psyched about this. One of you guys sent me this. It's a Yeah, water filter straw, so you can just drink out of rivers. From what I can gather,
The vlogger decides to stay overnight in a car park, even though there are no overnight parking signs. That's when things get strange.
a massive, massive thanks to you guys for sending me that. Really, really appreciate it. Oh man, check this little spot. The old postie van. Why can't I park here overnight? Might be allowed, isn't it? And you're in shot of those houses, mind. But that's where I'm gonna park, like right between, I think it's those houses and maybe over there a little bit. It's a bit of a random one, isn't it? This would be a better spot up here. I don't think there's any signs. What's this say? Let's have a little peruse. It's a private fishing lake. It just says no swimming. That's tempting, isn't it? It's a bit in view though. Now let's see. Nightmare. No public access, fishing club members only, no dogs allowed. And the thing with that is, like I've just said, it's right in shot of those houses, so they're locals and that's a local thing. Chances are they'll come over or you get reported, oh, someone's parked over there, a car we don't recognise. It'll be one of them, won't it? It's a very small, tight-knit community, so I mean, I could park here, to be honest, but it's not really got much of a view, has it, to be honest, so.
Cars start showing up at odd hours, parking too close.
What the fucking hell's going on? Someone's just pulled up, man, and popping around like a madman. What the fuck? Right, this is well dodgy. Someone's just pulled up right next to me, popping around like a madman. That van's over the way. Don't know what to do, to be honest. Oh man, I'll keep the light low, but damn, that's made me start shaking a little bit. They're still sat there as well. I don't know what to do. Ah man, it's 10 o'clock at night. Aye. I guess I'm thinking I'm going to risk it and leave, but I'm only up the road if I go to that other spot, literally like 500 metres. There's another van here, eh? What's stopping them coming up there and bothering me there? Probably just some kids come up for a smoke, but you don't know, do you? It's probably what they do here because of the no overnight stein. Probably just kids or something, innit? I'm going to take a look, frig it. Stick me light on them. What the fuck? Oh, looks like they've gone then. Well, that's random. I don't know what to do here now. Why would they come steamboating down here? They just steamed in, man. They just steamed in and pulled up like right behind me. I opened my door and then they pulled up right next to me. And then they were popping the horn. I thought they were still sat there. Just wondering if they're coming back up or something. Ah, this is dodgy now. I guess I got that van there. It's not too much of a bother, is it? Might pull up next to him. Damn it. Well, that settles it. I'm not leaving here now. I've moved and parked up next to this van. Just security, really. I'm going to put the curtains up, I think. Not fully, but just get something covered up.
The tension builds, and after a while, he decides it's better to leave and find a safer spot.
No way. Here we go again. Another car. Oh, man. Yeah. Looks like this is going to go on all night. Right. I'm going to make a move. Damn it. Could be the same car. Who knows? Oh man. Right. I'm going to set up to leave. Dodgy man. Looks like they're reversing back up the driveway. Something's going on here. I'm getting out of here. This is getting a bit sketchy. Don't like this. You know what, I don't know what's going on down here, but it all seems a bit dodgy and I'm not playing ball. It's an half an hour drive to the Roaches. It's 11:30 now. I get there at midnight. I feel secure down there, so yeah.
As if the night wasn't bad enough, the car starts having issues. Specifically, an exhaust problem that needs fixing before his next trip. With everything piling up, he decides it's best to cut the trip short.
That I need to be dealing with, but more so in the actual moment. When I pulled up here last night, the exhaust on the car, honestly, it sounds like it's got a hole in it the size of the Watford Gap. Either that or it's half hanging off, I don't really know. But I was going to be spending the next 2-3 days up here checking out some spots and whatnot, but I've got to be realistic. I think I need to get back to Leicester and fix the car.
The camper was in the truck, driven at first. The camper gets his truck prepared, closing the curtains and putting his light bulb on. He then gets ready to eat, but then he tries the engine again, and it does not start. He tries it again, and it doesn't start.
What? Fuck. What is this?
He finally gives up and decides to eat, while he watches a video from his phone. Suddenly he hears a scary sound. He checks carefully, but he doesn't see anything at all.
What? What is this? Fuck.
He finally decides to step out of his car to check it out. He takes a lamp and steps out, but there was nothing back there. It was completely empty.
Where is Lan? Fuck.
The sound is quite unsettling and troubles the camper for some time, but he later returns to his food and finishes it off so as to sleep. By tomorrow, he would either figure out what he heard or get away from there for good. So that is all for now with the camper's video. Which of them do you think has a true camper's story? Let us know in the comments section below. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more.